John S. Budzik, commander. I ran into a friend that was behind the desk when I arrived. This was like 12 midnight or something like that. I can't remember. I was dog tired. And here he stood there, and we looked at each other. We said, you know, what are we doing here? And because he, of three real close friends that were going to college, he was one of them. So it so happened that Nimitz's plane was leaving. I think it was the next night or the night, maybe a couple of days. He says, I'm going to assign you to that. You know, he says, that's the only thing I can give you is a good ride back, which he did. Nimitz was not aboard, was going, but it was his personal plane. But anyway, we had a little scare about the middle of the, what do you call it, some didn't function too well. So I thought maybe this is what he was going back for. I don't know what it was. It just might have just happened, and I think that probably. But we got a little bit of a scare, you know. He says, what do we? I know we got to talking. What do you call it? They say it is what had happened. And, you know, they weren't really sure which way to go, back, or they decided to go across from San Francisco, let's see, Oakland. And of course I called my fiance. We had been, I didn't want to get married in the service. I saw how all the others were crying, being away from their wives and all that, you know. So I told my fiance, she wanted to get married. I didn't. I told her I wanted to wait the war out, which we did. So I got shore duty. I had been I helped in a very small way as a cadet. Not as a cadet, I mean as an ensign. I helped lay the net in San Francisco, across the bay there. And they assigned me to remove it from a barge. It was a good working barge. It had good facilities. And the guy got 24 hours 24-hour duty. So I served one day sleeping aboard, and then one day of my own. So it was terrific duty. I mean, for me, you know, there was nothing for me to do except, you know, problems they ran in lifting. It was a huge net, because it was not only a torpedo net, it was also a submarine net. And they had been in the stage of starting to remove it even before the war, because they had no Jap activity, submarine activity at all. I think at first, it so happened, as I recall, they had Japanese, initially earlier in the war, when they could afford it, outside, a couple of Japanese submarines lurking out there to see what was going in and out of the harbor. But later on, they had no activity, submarine activity at all. But anyway, it was terrific duty.